Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to Daily CSGO News. We hope you guys all enjoy a crazy episode of some stories out there where, yes, I'm going to share my opinions on the future of some of these French rosters out there. But most importantly, you guys can expect, at least by the time of this upload or later today, we should see the brand new Vitality roster. Now, if you guys do not know who they are, they're currently playing as the Water Boys, MBK, Apex, ZywOo, Happy, RPK. All together, we've talked about them for the last few months on my own channel, on this channel. It's the new French super team incoming. Will they be the super team, though? That, of course, is the ultimate question we're going to have to ask ourselves, as in terms of results, they have a lot to prove, especially with this signing. I mean, because you really have to think about this. When Vitality is signed, again, we have MBK's tweet preluding to big information coming today. We also have Nell, all of his leaks, kind of preluding to the fact that this week, at least sometime, if not by next episode, if not later today, this Vitality roster will be signed. You have to think about a lot of things. On top of that, we also had ZywOo leaving his former team, AAA, so it pretty much has been all confirmed. We knew this for several months, accordingly to many leaks out there. This would be happening. Now, my problem with this, again, for the future is the buyout, the amount spent on these guys. Will it officially be worth it? I would love to hear you guys' feedback, what you guys think about this, because this might be the biggest risk we have seen ever since FaZe Clan signed Nico and Olafmeister and Guardian, which obviously did pay off for that team, doing quite well for a long run there. Although struggling right now, that's definitely not the issue with those players they did hire. And again, that team had several results, several top 2 finishes that definitely, paid off that investment. And now we look at this, the G2 buyout of MBK and Apex. We look, of course, the huge salaries these guys are probably going to have. A player like ZywOo, who turned down, I think it was 15K a month for Envious, so he's probably making at least that for this new team here. And again, with a team like Vitality just freshly hopping into CSGO, they might have been paying salaries that are far above, or at least definitely equivalent to top teams out there, without maybe even knowing that they could have afforded a lot cheaper than that. So again, you look at the current results right now with this roster as playing as Water Boys, and they certainly have a lot left to prove. They are currently in the GG Bet Shuffle. That's actually a qualifier. That's a tournament there where the first place finisher does get it last spot for IEM Chicago. Now, currently, Water Boys did go 3-0. They went undefeated in their group. You look at their group, though, obviously a pretty weak group with teams they probably should be beating. And so playoff time come around, it's going to be a big chance for these guys because, given the talent at this shuffle, they are one of the better teams at that tournament as well. If they manage to qualify right off the bat with Vitality at IEM Chicago, definitely a huge bump up for them. And then comes the future questions of this roster. Can they actually qualify for the major come next year, January or February for Katowice 2019? Can they actually manage to qualify for the major out of the European bracket? That'll be the huge mystery, the huge point going forward. If they can manage to do so, I will believe in this team. But I did tell you guys a couple months ago, I really truly thought this roster could live up to the hype. They could be the next best French team. I wouldn't say French super team, but the next best French team. When you look at G2 results, what they've done the past 7 months has been pretty much nothing. I think it's not hard to actually see this new roster surpassing that quite easily. So anyway, guys, expect Vitality to be signed later today, if not by the point of me recording this or actually uploading this video. I cannot wait to see how they do. Also confirmed by Nell, though, no one's going to be joining this roster. It'll be that set 5-man team. Kenny S will not be joining them, although many rumors out there. Again, thanks to Nell. I'll link his Twitter down below for all of you guys. Of course, that is all the G2 players have re-signed their contracts besides Kenny S. Now, Kenny S, I told you guys last week, he'll be there until at least February, which means he likely will get actually another major with that G2 roster. Of course, they're already in the challenger stage of that, which means the top 24, so congrats to them. They've already pretty much done the hard work to actually get past that European spot. And again, you could argue their major run was not the worst run. They beat it, almost beat FaZe Clan. That last best of 3 loss there in the challenger stage, definitely a tough loss to take, but still they'll be there. Apparently, though, after that major is going to be a huge thing going forward for Kenny S. Will he decide to actually stay with that roster or move on with someone else, go to international team? But also bouncing out that, we have many confusing things coming from Ocelote. You may be wondering, Jake, why did you put that on the thumbnail this morning? Because why would Donald Trump have anything to do with the CSGO scene? But it actually is relevant. So let me explain very briefly here. We're going to give you guys a TLDR of the past 3 months with Ocelote. Ocelote, the G2 owner and CEO, has been sending out several confusing things out there, which have confused myself included, a lot of you guys I'm sure as well. So let's go relay through the tweets here. First, he tweets out about disappointment in the results of G2. That being several results. Of course, a lack of results as well as the major, as well as the ESL New York. They lost out there after a first best of 3 win against FaZe Clan. We thought they were back. back. Then they lost to Liquid NRG, got knocked out 6th to 8th place. And now that he tweeted out that, then after that, guys, he tweets out, actually before that, he tweets out potential changes. It was before that last tweet of disappointment. He tweets out 2 French flags saying there might be changes, and it was an envious former coach Malik, which I think is a great pickup for any team, a coach that being, but that was not the changes people expected to be made. Then he tweets out shortly after that as well, Operation Win CSGO again is now restarted. And very lastly as well, despite recent rumors and leaks by Nell in the French scene, he responds to that tweet saying he's waiting approval from POTUS. Now, what does POTUS mean? I had to Google this. It means President of the United States, therefore Donald Trump on that thumbnail. Makes sense now, doesn't it? Pretty crazy how that does a full loop there. But the real question is now, what does he mean? He has been known in the past to be trolling us countless times, but the question is, are they going to add a North American player, a North American operator to replace Kenny S? That was my first thought. Are they making some kind of North American move where the team moves somewhere else in the world? I don't know. I just don't know. But it does make you question what is going through his head, because you have to imagine there's going to be some tie to North America or some tie to Donald Trump with his tweets. So we're going to wait for see what G2 does, guys. Of course, it should be coming. I imagine sometime in the next few weeks or sometime relatively new. This announcement will be coming soon as he awaits that approval. But anyway, bouncing off that, I guess in some other CSGO news, you guys have been seeing a lot of tournaments going on. ESL Pro League started, ECS started. We'll talk about those results probably come Wednesday. Probably not tomorrow, but probably come Wednesday. Alongside that, Star Series, the best of ones there have been ridiculous so far. And I guess our last story today, if you guys did see Renegades a couple weeks ago, actually last week, they added Gratisfaction and Liaz to that team. They got rid of Ustillo as well as Nifty. Of course, Nifty then went and joined his new Envious roster over there as their opper. So we'll see how that roster works out themselves. And as of right now, it does seem at Star Series they have re-announced their brand new coach with Ryu leaving a couple weeks ago. He said some team changes were coming. They did come, and apparently it does actually include Kassad, the former Renegades coach from 2017. He coached there for well over a year. He is now back to that roster, which I do think is a great improvement. Obviously, the players probably made that choice, and they wanted to get rid of Ryu, or he stepped down and they chose Kassad to come back. There's got to be a reason behind that. So anyway, some big news coming soon for CSGO. We'll see you guys back here Wednesday. It's a confusing question mark going forward what Ocelote means by that, but expect by the end of today, guys, we have a new French super team coming in. But as always, my name is Jake. Hope you guys all enjoy the daily CSGO news here on the Esports Talk. I'll be back here Wednesday, but if you guys want to stick around, we'll have many episodes out today about Fortnite, Rocket League, other things coming soon to the esports scene. As always, my name is Jake. I'll see you guys later.